to part 3 on this special feature episode with my lovely friend Gideon Nielsen. I'm Dr. Rana Al-Falaki, your host, and we are continuing our journey with Gideon. So just to give you a reminder, we got to the point where he was in Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port, right?
Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port.
Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port, the start of the Camino proper, and that's where I really started to notice a massive shift in you. You weren't so lonely. There were a lot more pilgrims. You started to connect with a lot more people. You joined people for walks and for meals. And of course, accommodation became much easier because it was, lots and lots of hostels open. And you just seemed to grow much more into yourself and actually looked like you were having fun. And it felt like you were excited. But at the same time, we had this situation, which obviously we've just been talking about, the timing issue and finding out that places were closed and not knowing what that would mean, and if you were going to be allowed to walk, if you weren't going to be allowed to walk. So there almost became, we're going to witness a bit of anger in this video, but it's nothing like the anger at the beginning. It's just actually, it's you. It's a bit that just happens to be part of you, of just like, nothing is stopping me. I was called to do this. And I am on a mission, and screw the bullshit of society. No one's going to stop me doing what I need to do. So, you want to comment on that at all before we start, or you want to see what you want a reminder?
Yeah, we can. I think we can watch. I think. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm getting sort of serious, sort of wondering. I mean, what the fuck is going on? Not because I don't kind of know, but like, what the hell will continue? This is for the record. I'm not gonna fucking stop this walk. This was a calling. I'm just gonna continue walking. I don't give a shit about this fucking system. This is just a big bunch of bullshit, and it's not even bullshit anymore. It's fucking getting serious. It's people's lives, and the people who are doing this, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me. They don't even care about themselves. They care about power and the dark that entails, and that's what you're up against. Totally unempathic power or control, darkness, something that has no human morals, human empathy, human love. It's not human. What is happening is not human. I'm finishing this walk. I don't give a shit. I mean, when you travel, seeing the world, do this kind of crazy adventure, I mean, I love the world, I love nature, I love experiencing adventure, and what I see now is that being taken away slowly. That affects me. It affects me big time. But I also realize after talking to him that it shouldn't affect me if I'm aware enough to understand that I can do nothing about that. It is not me who is in control of that. All I'm in control of, or should be in control of, is my own state of awareness, state of consciousness. Do the best I can in the present moment. That's all I need to do. It makes life pretty simple. And maybe that's what we need in this state of life. This day is always the toughest when you're in cold rain. Yeah, says it all. Cold wind, but really good. Soon in Burgos, we're walking a different way. Walk more than between 40 and 50 kilometers every day to make it to Finesterre. I'll most likely not be able to finish if I'm not making it. And from tomorrow there's 9 days. So fucking laughable. So fucking typical. So I sort of have to make up my mind today. There's no other choice right now. This Camino is obviously not the Camino you dream of walking, because it's a Camino where you are up against something you can't control, culmination of the world events. And of course, if you've seen my videos and know who I am, this is all bullshit. I'm trying not to fight it in my emotions and stuff, keep it too relaxed, because I know that I can't really make any difference other than be at peace with myself and all that. No, please, wake up. Wake up. So this is how it goes. Got emotional when I wrote this down. Lord, may this stone, a symbol of our efforts on the pilgrimage, that I lay at the foot of the cross of the Savior, one day be the balance in favor of our good deeds when the deeds of our lives are judged. Let it be so. Amen. I will put down my stone now. And so it is. So many people who have split their burdens here. Hit on the rocks. Stones of people who lost loved ones. Everything. The path of truth and trust. Pilgrim spirit. I'm a pilgrim. I love this. I walk for everybody who can't right now. I'm with you all. I see the mountains for you, cry the tears with and for you that you would have cried or felt or whatever. Being here, we all feel different things, of course. I can't follow up. My legs are really, my lower extremities, my calves and down are just really tired. And I can just feel that they're just saying, Gideon, you need to be aware and take care of yourself right now. Whoa, it feels like you could end up in something worse. Because I've really stressed myself a bit the last days, and Young was also a long day. Just need to really be careful. That's the word I'm looking for. It just goes in zigzags up. One of the hardest treks in the Camino. So this is one of the hardest treks, I think, on this whole thing. But when you do the thing that's hard to do and power comes, you just need to keep doing the thing that's hard to do and then the power will come. Right. Let's go. Big day, 160 kilometers, into Galicia now. Yes, man! I made it into the region where Santiago is. It's fucking huge. It's my favorite region of all of them in Spain. Of course, counting in the one in Finesterre, but Galicia is just so pretty and amazing. I'm so stoked, man! I gotta take care of my hat. It's fucking windy up here. This is the highest point on the Camino, as far as I know. And crossing into Galicia is big, man. So big. Who cares about names, right? This is the point. But on the Camino, it's an important point. Because right now, Santiago is here. Santiago is near. It's just around the corner. 138 days. But I'm so tired. My lower legs are just tired. And I know I didn't get enough to eat this morning and stuff, but this is weird. Maybe I'm just tired. It's fair enough, isn't it? So, I don't look forward to end because I don't want to walk anymore, but this was simply what I was called to do. You know, I can't really put it anywhere else, put it any other way. So just walked, and it has fit perfectly with everything that's happened. And I really find that interesting. I really find that so interesting that I got such an epiphany. And it makes me trust. It makes me know that there is something guiding me. That if you listen, you can just be guided. If that was not the case, I would not be here right now. Because I would have not listened, I would have whatever, I don't know. But that makes me confident in listening even more. So that's also what I'm looking forward to finishing, is to see what does it mean after this is over. What does it mean? Is there other epiphanies? Is there anything else coming? What? I don't know. We'll see. But I look forward to listen, you know, and feel. Is Portugal calling my name? Does it make sense to just maybe go somewhere and begin creating, writing, whatever, reflect on this for a while? Definitely think that that's an important thing to do regardless. Know that there is something guiding me, that if you listen, you can just be guided. If that was not the case, I would not be here right now. Because I would have not listened, I would have whatever, I don't know. But that makes me confident in listening even more. So that's also what I'm looking forward to finishing, is to see what does it mean after this is over. I can only say thank you to whatever brought me here to do this. I feel so different, so much more me than I ever have, especially the last 9-10 years. It's been such a struggle. Struggle to find me, feel me, respect me, love me. Always tried to please, press myself to be liked, especially in relationships. Afraid not to be loved, cared about. The darkness makes us whole, but when we have seen it, when we have experienced it, accepted it, and especially experienced it for what it is, experienced it that it won't kill us, it won't make us a worse human, but just accepting or experiencing that we have that in us, but not allowing it to control us, that it is such a darkness makes us whole. The dark side of ourselves makes us whole. Get ready for tomorrow. Big day. Walking into Santiago. 19-20 kilometers. But I really feel Spanish right now. So, yeah, that's it for the day. Yeah, maybe it's gonna be an emotional day tomorrow. It's gonna be... I walked very far to get here. Now I need to relax. So, see you tomorrow. Sunny day in Santiago. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And what I'm thinking about is that all of a sudden I'm here. All of a sudden this entire journey ends right now. I mean, of course, I have 3 or 4 days more out to Finesterre, but the main destination is Santiago. It's where we finish as pilgrims. It's where most people finish. Not many goes out to the coast. In comparison to who comes in, not many walks out there. And it's just so special. And it is like waking up from a dream. Like, all of a sudden I'm here. All of a sudden I'm here. After 144 days. Today is day 145, and now I'm here. All of a sudden I'm here. It's so unreal. So unreal. I don't really get it at all. It just took 145 days.
You did it!
Yeah, I'm just sitting here with getting all this positive feedback and just realizing trying to realize what I've done. Santiago. Sound of Santiago.
Okay. All right. So, emotional or not?
Yeah, I mean, that's the French way of the Camino is very, very special. And you will only know when you have walked. And I've done it once before, and this time I knew that I would be home walking here. Been here before, and it's the home for pilgrims, and it's been the best way to finish. And that's what I knew would be the best way to finish. And yeah, I mean, where to start? I mean, I don't know where to start, but I mean, it's the conclusion, right? I mean, it's most people, they walk the last part from San Jean Pied de Port to Santiago. That's their journey, about 30 days, and I've done it before. Many or some walk from Le Puy in France, which is about double distance, and yeah, I mean, in this time I just walked that much further, doing something that was way bigger than me, would take a lot more time, the biggest adventure of my life. I wouldn't have been able to do it if I hadn't done all the 10 plus years of traveling, the uncertainty of every day, of where to sleep, especially before the last part. The consistent gratitude of being able to take a shower and eat something, and also just accept that sometimes you eat less or more, or sleep less or more, or are more or less comfortable in rain or sun or whatever it might be. And the whole thing has just built up a confidence that I can do anything, and it's not because I haven't really been confident about that before, but this time it's based on a love for doing something, or manifesting something. And the last month, or maybe a bit more, but especially on the Camino here, I've just realized how much of a passion I have for this trek, the pilgrim spirit, the idea of being a pilgrim, long distance walking, and what it can do for myself and for others, and what it is doing for many. We all know that walking is good for us. We all know that nature is good for us. We all know that part of life. But walking far is so opposite our society. People can't comprehend the idea of walking even 30 kilometers or 25 in one day. Not many people can even comprehend doing that. People train to run half a marathon for 6 months or 3 months, or a marathon for maybe longer than that. Who knows? And that's to do it in the shortest amount of time and stuff. But the whole idea is that walking takes time. Walking is a subtle process of, discovering and letting go, and it can't happen in a fast-paced, impatient way, and it has just taught me that it teaches me everything I need to know, everything. And it also teaches me to understand, or at least it given me the realization that we come from a very codependent society. I mean, we are, I guess, in a reactive way, we look for people to help us, with many things, or we're dependent on the system in some way or whatever. And it's not to say that when we have issues and things, it's not good to talk to others, in terms of a psychologist or things like that. But to me, I've realized now that walking far will also diminish your need for that. You will begin to realize that you literally have what you need inside. And those thousands of layers are being shedded one at a time, very, very slowly and very subtly, and you will not be able to notice it, the difference, when you're between weeks, it will take time, and it's a very subtle process, and you will almost not notice that you change. And the beauty of this path is so interesting. Like, and of course, this path in itself is sort of like, if you only walk this, it's easier to relate the idea of the three phases because of the landscape it seems very congruent to that idea. But it doesn't really matter, what journey you're on. I mean, those three phases sort of comes in anyway. But the beauty of this trail is just that, first of all, it's historic, right? There's millions of people who walked here. You're respected as a pilgrim. You're honored. You're being seen, maybe not as holy, but with an energy of respect, or with a, what do you say? There's honor in it. People understand why you're here walking. Maybe not personally, person to person, why you're here, but it is for a higher purpose, the higher purpose that we all seek, the truth, the good, the better, the divine, whatever it might be. And it makes you feel at home here when you walk. You're always welcomed. And besides that, the first part is very beautiful in nature. The first part is very exciting, of course, for many because they start there. And it's also exciting for everybody else because it is just a beautiful trail, and the history and all the markings and the markers and the symbols of pilgrims and the pilgrimages and throughout the ages are here. So the first part, until Burgos, is very, very nice. And then you come into the middle part of Spain, the Castilla y León part of Spain, where it's all flat. It's very bare. It's called the meseta. There's nothing really to distract you. There's just a big, long road in the middle of green fields, and you can't really see any mountains. You can't really be distracted unless you decide to be distracted by music or other people or whatever. And it really makes you have to process stuff even more. So, just like in meditation, you're forced to think. It just comes up.
Given, because you talked about a lot about that in your video, the meseta and your favorite bit, and explained why. But
yeah,
what I wanted to ask you was, given that you had been walking for so many months already, how much would the meseta impact on you in that way? Because you'd already been faced with all that.
Yeah, it's a good question. It was very similar. After Paris, it was very bare as well. The middle part there was very uninteresting. I was walking along a train track for like, I don't know, a few days, or very uninteresting actually, from Paris until Tours. Maybe the towns themselves were okay, but otherwise not. But yeah, the meseta I look forward to it. I love that challenge. I love that. I mean, I wish it was a desert where there was nothing. Like, let's go. I mean, I'm here. Bring it all. So I was ready. I knew I had done it before, but I was also ready. I mean, this last part, I knew I could enjoy life more because I had been through, the last many months or weeks of walking. So it was, of course, easier because I was used to walking. There was no problem there. So it was more enjoyment. Of course, it was still challenging. Of course it was. But I was just more open. I just look forward to that more. And I don't know if I came to any more realizations, but I just liked it. I like being in that sort of bare place where you couldn't be distracted, or where you were just sort of by yourself alone, and nature didn't give a shit about you. Yeah, I was going to say something, but now I don't remember. But yeah.
But you you know, and at that point, again, it was, you really let go. So, I mean, yes, okay, the world pandemic is there, but it wasn't crippling you in the same way. It was almost, this is what we were talking about before, about how adversity gets on top of you, and suddenly it was like, no, I'm in control. That was the shift. It was, so you weren't allowing it to control you. You were much more within yourself. And again, it's about accepting, surrendering, releasing, letting go. It's as if you've done so much of that you were at the point of realizing, this doesn't have to control me. I can control the situation. And I mean, yeah, you were on a mission. You were prepared to walk 40 or 50 kilometers a day if needs be, to make sure that you.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. There was none of that depression, none of that defeatist. And you talk about, oh, I was worried I wouldn't finish, or I was fearful. But it wasn't really fear. It just, in terms of the emotional sense, it just seemed like it was a concern, but you were going to do your damnedest to make sure it didn't get you. So it's as if you suddenly had control of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought more about finishing than allowing anything to stop me, I guess.
And how much was that a distraction? Because I know obviously it's not your typical Camino, right? And
yeah.
And you did it super fast because you had to get there, and you were getting to that 0.0 marker in Finesterre. So how much did that impact on the experience of those final days?
I think when I look back, like the last 30 days have been really, really good. Yeah, there was worry and concern that I couldn't finish, and every day you were worried about new announcements and whatnot. And I got connected to a couple of pilgrims who one of them was a journalist here in Galicia who updated me, if anything or when anything would be announced. But the journey itself, I mean, there was not as many people on the trail. Usually it's flooded with people. So I think that part of it was positive in some sense. I did, walk with really good people at times, and or followed, I should say. We stayed in the same place often. And since I went into Galicia, there was not much of a worry as much. It seemed, I mean, we kind of was wondering, is the regions were sort of closing behind us, is that going to happen here too now or whatever? And it seems like it's not for the moment. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's just been really, especially the last week or so, has been really, really, really good. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I don't know how it's short. It's hard to answer. But it's been really difficult to wrap my head around everything, and it's not because I have to, but it's just, yeah. Again, it's that's what's the hardest part about it, is that I feel it's been such a calling and such a pull that. To some extent, I don't really feel responsible for what I've done. Like, that's what's weird, and it's, yeah, I think that's what's weird and strange, is that I know that I did it. I documented that I did it, but I still don't feel at the core of it that it was me. Like, really, I feel that something else made me get there. And that's what's strange, but also nice to understand that I am maybe not in control, and that I finally were able to listen to such a thing, or were open enough to, because if it was really true that I'm really sure there was that day that I meditated for 3 hours. And of course, why do I meditate? Why would I meditate for that long? Why would I meditated twice or 3 times a day during that period of time, I wanted truth. I wanted to find my purpose. I wanted to find the stuff, I want to live the stuff. And that was probably what I opened myself up to, because I wanted it so bad. I really wanted to be able to be on my path finally, once and for all, to just feel like I'm doing something I love, doing something I need to do, and make a foundation for myself based on that. And that's what I've done. And perhaps it was just those occurrences, or whatever you want to call it, that happened, that made it all sort of yeah, it planted a lot of the seeds, and it just exploded with energy. And I have never once thought about giving up. Like, I mean, maybe the thought was there, but the pull was so much stronger that I couldn't even conceive giving up. It was not even emotionally there, even though it was in my thoughts at times. So it was very powerful to walk into Santiago. No matter how you look at it, that is the main destination. It is really powerful to walk into that town. So much history, millions. Just imagine that, millions and millions. If you put all the people who walked the Camino, like every single one, not the many times they have walked, but just every single human that they have walked into Santiago, I mean, how many people would that be? That would be like hundreds of millions, maybe, like throughout history. The last 10 years, I mean, I think it's hundreds and thousands of people every year. It's crazy. And if you just stack all those people together, I mean, how much energy does that generate? How much energy, those people have experienced so many good things, have let go of so much negative and dark things, and have experienced similar things in their way that I have. And that has a significance when you walk in there, or walk on this trail in general, that so many have good experiences, so much is good here. And when you walk into that square and you realize this is it, it's really powerful. Like, and so many feel a calling, to walk here, and to both be experiencing it with people, and and I also realized when the regions began to close, that I began to have a sense of responsibility and a privilege at the same time, that I was walking for others. I began to get involved in a couple of Facebook groups that had thousands of people who loved the Camino, or who was just interested. And I began to realize that a lot of these people, they would like to be where I am right now, but they can't. I need to tell them that I'm doing this for them as well. So it also became a motivation to really respect that that's also why I'm here now. So it has been beautiful in so many ways, and the next period of time will be an interesting process to just both create this container that I would like to be able to share with others, in terms of like maybe more concrete ideas of why I think this is good to walk far. But also my story and what I went through, and whatever else I can express. There's so much in it that it'll be interesting and important to process. I will stay a week here in Finesterre now, and maybe more. Maybe I'll go to Portugal. I'm not sure. But it's really important to not just jump into a totally opposite way of life, and I'm not going back to anything. I mean, I don't have any. I mean, my life is the way I have it right now, walking or having my backpack. So it's important to really use this time and process after to work through what happened, or to just reflect.
When we talk about those levels of consciousness, and you started off in that egoic place, into self-transcendence, and then this last phase, and I know you got emotional just now when you talked about walking for everybody, and it's that is the ultimate connection, when we realize that we are all one. And all these people, you are connected to them energetically or in some way, and with pure love and with pure passion. So almost beyond purpose. because it wasn't about you anymore. It was about you, but it wasn't about you, because it was about something even greater than you, of which you are a part of.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also, I mean, there's so many things that it's really hard for me to grasp the culmination of everything. It really is crazy. It's like this walk has basically just proven what is important to me, what is not important to me, all that I love, all that I appreciate, all that I need to learn, what I still need to learn. I mean, everything has just come together in some sense that I still don't understand.
And that could take months. It could take years. You may it's probably multi-layered. You probably understand on one level. In the same way as you had this journey over several months, and we've just witnessed through these videos the massive growth that you've gone through in 5 months. I mean, compared to that day 1 and then day 5, and where you were on day 145. I mean, it's just the difference is remarkable. But it's still you.
Yeah, and what's interesting, I think, is for me is that to actually hear that feedback. I look forward to go through all my videos. I haven't watched my old videos really, but I look forward to do that. But it's interesting to hear it both from you and also Stefan that I was talked to yesterday. That it's very easy for you and for him to see the change, and that is also what is very interesting, because that's. When you walk everywhere, you arrive always. You always arrive. You feel like you have arrived always. And I think that's really, it makes you, when I look back, I mean, I would be able to, if I really think I can recall pretty much my entire trip. If I really try to do it without looking at anything, I really think I can pretty much remember. But when that is said, when I think back just now, when talking to you, it's like, I wouldn't call it a blur, but it's sort of like, it's all so connected that it feels like, it's not separated. It's really connected in a way that it almost feels blurry, but it still feels like it's just, it's all together, which is honestly, I think it's literal together, because I walked from and to everything. There's not that separation of just taking a car and just 3 hours ahead or 100 kilometers ahead or something. So yeah, it's really wild. It's really wild.
Well, if you think about how much growth you can go through in 5 months, and then like you say, it will come out in layers. You may have more epiphanies, more moments when things dawn on you, deeper learning of things, and interpretation of something that happened, and learn from it. And then a month down the line, you may get a deeper learning or more realization, or other things will dawn, I'm sure, because it was so instilled in you. And of course, you and I both believe in that it's energy as well, right? So I'm sure it will. Well, it's brewing on the surface, as you said, but more and more of it will come in time.
Yeah, and that's the next part of the process here. So depending on what I do, that's what I'll listen to. Of course, the next period of time here, I have a week to just really calm down, enjoy Finesterre, and then I can stay or move on. So pilgrims are staying longer here because they a lot of them are from France, and right now it's not very fun to go back. So a lot of people there thinking about walking to Portugal. So if that will be a bigger group or some people, then yeah, I'll probably think about it more seriously. But otherwise,
I was going to say, how do you feel about the idea of doing more walking?
No. I mean, right now I think it's important. I mean, I worked all night to finish this last video, and for some reason, I think that I haven't been outside the door yet, which I need to go outside soon. But that has sort of made me finish the trip. Also, that okay, I've shared the rest now, or the end of it. Now I can move on to the processing phase and really or enjoy here, and so on. So I know that this is a passion, is ingrained in me now, but I don't really know what that means. I definitely got clear on that doing this once or twice a year, walk through a country, or have a project where I walk through a country or walk based on a purpose of either raising awareness of something or walking with others, or just making something out of it so that others may gain, or like a service to whatever, and use this passion as a vehicle for that. I think that is quite possible, and that's something that I would make sense to do. Also because I know that those walks not necessarily should take 5 months, but could take 1 month, because it doesn't take that long to go through one country. So it could be interesting to look into that kind of stuff. Writing. Want to really share this as much as I can, get better at it, and inspire others to really make them see the value of walking far. And because I think that it's very daunting for people to actually think about 5 months of walking, and I'm not going to promote that people should do the same. I don't think anybody should do what others are doing. I think we should listen to ourselves, obviously. But I do think that it's important to understand what it can do for you, because literally, I think that all we need to do is just walk. Just take the steps, do one or 2 months, and the process will happen by itself. And then, of course, there are layers upon that in terms of understanding what is happening and all that. But I think it's very, very simple, very simple. And I think I just hope I can be a vehicle to help and inspire people to live that way, or do such a thing, to realize that they have the answers they need, and being on the path, literally on a path, can give you what you need to be on your own path, whatever that might be, because it doesn't have to be walking, of course. So yeah, I hope I can just share all that I learned and who I am in a much better, more inspiring way, and get better at it. And yeah.
You are truly inspiring. Your last 4 days, what was the difference? Because obviously you reached Santiago and you're on your way to Finesterre via Murcia. And I know if a lot of people might not have watched those videos yet because you've only just put them up, but I managed to have a quick look at them this morning. And you're lighter, you're happier. You're not so much on a mission, but you're very much in the moment. So what was it like?
The last 2 days, or those 2 last days, were very special. When I think about my moment with Roberto that afternoon and evening, that joy or that love for him as a friend that is so emotional. I mean, that was one of the most pure moments of joy I've had with a human, I think. It was so beautiful. Like, we were on this mountain looking over the water, ocean, the town, on top of everything. We knew by the bond we had energetically that, when we saw each other, we just shouted that we made it, and we just hugged each other. Like, it's rare that I hug someone like that, or get a hug from someone like that. It was just so beautiful. And the whole scenery, the sunset. He offered a fancy dinner we were out with another Italian guy, and it was just so perfect. And I have so much love and respect for him. And he walked from Italy as well. He also walked quite far. And finishing that with him was really special, because that was his last day, walking to Murcia. And then the next day, when I knew Finesterre was going to be the last one, it was kind of less emotional, I guess, the entire day itself. It's one of those, like, when the day when I started traveling, the 15th of February 2010, when I woke up that morning, packed my backpack, and knew I was going to leave, not looking back. That's how I left. It was so unreal that I didn't really feel anything. Like, it was so like, okay, today is happening. Like, it's sort of this aware state where you sort of just like, what do you say, alert? Is maybe a good word. Just alert to what's happening, but you don't understand. And Finesterre was maybe similar, but I walked quite a lot in silence that day. I didn't say much. Usually I talk to myself all the time, which can sound weird to people, but I guess that's just how I go. But I was very quiet. It was a really beautiful day as well, and just knew I would get closer and closer. When I was about 10 kilometers away, it was like my first day was only 10, 12 kilometers. And just realizing, being so close, and yeah, and having done it. And then at night, if you see my last video, that's my best one, I think. I'm not because I'm the best editor in the world. It's very rough cuts, but the very end of the video, you see all the pilgrims celebrating with music and there I have so much love for everything regarding this trip, myself, the pilgrims, everything that it's about. And I'm so grateful that I started walking back in 2014. So grateful that I met the people I have, and that we have 2 legs and you can get anywhere you want, even though you only have 2 legs or 2 feet. And I'm just so happy and grateful that I was able to do this, follow through, experiencing the timing of the universe, or whatever you want to call it, allowing it to just guide, being open to people, friends, to love, to just become me, and be able to confident enough to know that I can share that with confidence, and share that with knowing that it can do something for others, and that I don't have to please anybody to do that. So there are so many things in it, and I look forward to sort of begin to write and sort of create this container, or this frame of all that I've gone through. And hopefully I know what it will take to make a book happen, so taking this step at a time, so now I can begin to start a new journey with some different projects or other projects that are related to this one. So yeah, if anybody I would recommend anybody to take a long walk, and not just for a day or two, but to take themselves out of what they're in, if they feel called to it, of course, but keep walking. And if it's not literally walking, then keep taking the steps toward what you want. And it's who you are. You want what you want, not anything. I
have one final video for you, then I think you're ready.
Okay,
here we go.
Congratulations, Gideon. Talk to you soon. All the success. Bye.
Hi, Gids. Massive congratulations, my friend. Quite an amazing achievement. So, yeah, something you'll look back on many, many years to come. So the farm, me, the peacocks, the kangaroos, everyone here wishes you well. Stay safe. Bye.
Hey, Gideon, I just wanted to congratulate you on your amazing achievement. Fantastic, mate. Fantastic at any time, but during lockdown, unbelievable. So, well done, mate. Awesome achievement. Make sure you've kept good notes, because people are going to read that book and follow you. I'm sure you can turn it into a business. All the best. Take care. Bye.
Tillykke, Gideon.
Tillykke!
Du var så sej.
Vi synes, du er helt
helt vildt sej.
Vitus kan ikke engang gå 5 kilometer under betræt.
Du er bare den bedste.
Ja. Vi er døde misundelige.
145 dage, det er godt nok langt.
Vi fatter simpelthen ikke, at du er så fantastisk.
Ja. Det er godt. Dybt imponeret. Hvor er du sej. Han er totalt nice og cool og alt muligt. Shit og fuck og...
Hvor lange er dine ben nu? De må være slidt helt ned.
Hans fødder er bare sådan slidt af.
Tror du det?
Ja.
Hvor mange par sko, tror jeg, der er brugt? Og vi går altid.
Hej.
Hi, min ven, and congratulations on your phenomenal achievement. That is absolutely incredible, and a big reminder to all of us that you can do what you set your mind to do. And you were there mentally way before you were physically, and that is a beautiful testament to the power and what the mind and focus will do. So anybody that can follow you as a Journey Navigator is certainly somebody that's blessed and lucky, because you've literally walked the path of what it means to staying on course in your life and creating the results you desire. So I'm blessed to call you a friend. Congratulations. Looking forward to toasting with you next time I see you in person.
Hi Gideon.
Congratulations on reaching San Diego. You're an inspiration and we enjoyed following your journey.
We wish you all the best and send our love and blessings to you from Mandurah, West Australia.
Take care, mate.
Looking forward to the next adventure.
May the force be with you.
Nanu Nanu. Live long and prosper. Love Jamie, Beth and Nudge.
Massive congrats, dude. I knew you could pull it off, but here you are, 5 months later, dude. Spain it is. Enjoy, man, and I can't wait to see where the road will take you next. I'm sure we'll have a chat about that later. But man, all the best, and again, once again, huge congrats. Massive respect for your journey, buddy. Chat soon.
Hej Gitti. Stort tillykke her fra Carise. Mega hamrende sejt gået. Vi har fulgt turen lidt, ikke også, Lua? Du har set Gitti være ude at gå, ikke? Ja. Vi siger stort tillykke. Håber du når Finesterre også. God tur.
Velkommen til Santiago de Compostela, Gideon. Her med en hilsen fra Bangladesh. Det har været godt at følge dig på din vandring. Jeg glæder mig til at høre endnu mere om, hvad du har lært og hvad du har fundet. Jeg tænkte, jeg måtte tage det her, mens jeg selv går ud og gå.
Hi kids. I can't believe you did it. And still, of course, I mean, you could do it, but it's like, I still can't believe the amount of kilometers you actually walked. I even walked for you like some of the way, obviously, and I've been walking myself, but this is crazy. Like, well done, brother. I mean, it's so amazing, and you're probably finished by Finesterre by when you see this video, and who knows where you'll go and how far the journey will go. I mean, you can still walk if you want, so we'll see what happens, but no matter what, you did this and you came through, man. Chill, relax, enjoy it. You've done well. Peace. See you later.
Hi Gideon. You know, sometimes it's not so much what we do, but how we do it. And actually you excelled at both. You decided to do this incredible thing and you achieved it in the most phenomenal way in the middle of a global pandemic. You have shown us all how to overcome adversity and how when you truly believe in something and when you feel called and when you're open and when you listen, how you can be guided to incredible heights. I know you're on a journey, and you know what an incredible journey it was, and thank you for the privilege and the honour of letting us join you in that process and watching you grow and sharing with us, sharing every part of you, your happy moments, your sad moments. We've seen you laugh, we've seen you cry, we've seen you angry, we've seen you battle, we've seen you eat chocolate croissants, we've seen you in your bedroom and in the context of your rucksack. You've shared everything and you've allowed yourself to be seen, which takes incredible strength. And I have seen incredible growth, and thank you for letting us see that growth. I truly believe that there is no way you can go through what you've been through and not emerge a better, stronger, conscious, even more awake being who will influence and help others do exactly the same. You have got so much to look forward to. I truly, truly believe there is so much good coming your way. There really is.
Hej Gideon, du seje vandrer. Du får bare lige en hilsen her fra Fyn. Og stort tillykke med det mål, du nu har nået. Og ja, en overraskelse, at du har nået det, det er det jo ikke. Men jeg er utrolig stolt af og har stor respekt for, at du har gennemført denne lange tur. Alt godt til dig.
Congratulations, Gideon. You really did it. Walked all the way from Viborg to Santiago and to Finesterre. I'm really amazed and I'm proud. What started as a little thought, as an idea in Lundeborg in Funen, where you smiled when you had it. Now you have done it. Now you have walked all the way. Gideon, when you were a child and chopped wood, you came into the kitchen one time and said, "I never give up, I never give up, I never give up." And you have showed it again, you never give up. So a little greetings from us two here in Funen to the end of the world and where the life will bring you. Hi.
Fucking did it.
Oh,
How you doing?
thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That was really beautiful. Thank you very much.
For you.
Thank you. That was really special. Thank you so much. Yeah. That was a really, really nice surprise.
Call it an early birthday present.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, obviously your brother helped me.
Okay.
Once I got track of him.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So, any final words, or should we leave it at that? Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's up that finish, I think.
I think we can, yeah. But thank you for everything, right? Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, as I said in my piece, just that bit that I recorded. You know, just thank you for being you and for lifting us all. And you really are an inspiration, and will continue to raise the vibration of anybody who has the privilege and the honor to be part of your life, no matter how tiny a part they may be lucky enough to be in. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I love you.
I love you too. Okay, so, well, what more can we say? I hope you really enjoyed these episodes. I feel just as moved right now. So game over. Exactly. Game over. One game over and the other one about to begin.
Yes, indeed.
So I am Dr. Rana Al-Falaki. It seems silly saying please hit the subscribe button, but you know what? Why not? Because this is what these interviews are all about, human connection, and we all have so much to learn from each other as we wake up. So my 3 final words: be free, be fun, be fearless. Bye-bye for now.
Feel on top of the world with Light Changes Coaching. Do you feel like burying your head in the sand, hoping it will all be fine when you come out? Do you know what you want, but no idea how to get it? Are you stuck on the treadmill, repeating the same old patterns, wishing the answers would just be there for you? How great would it feel to have those answers right there in the palm of your hand? Or did you know that there is a way to get immediate answers, fast resolution of inner problems, and quick access to a higher state of awareness? After 20 years of helping people, I have perfected a special technique that allows you to tap into your intuition. Connect with your intuition in just 5 minutes a day using this special technique, Dr. Rana's gift technique, the guided intuition and fulfillment training, and you can have those light bulb moments every day. So get what you want, a job that gets you excited when you get up in the morning, a relationship where you can look across the table and think how much you love that person, a body that you're proud to have and look in the mirror and absolutely love, a bank balance that you're not afraid to look at. My gift to you is simple, quick technique to access your intuition and give you the instant answers you need to get unstuck without having to do lengthy meditations. So head on over right now to lightchangescoaching.com and download yours.